Hey y'all, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna fake it. Um, I don't know. I just don't feel it today. I ain't gonna. You're gonna be able to tell anyway, so I might as well be honest. But hopefully you guys will get me out of this little funk I'm in. Talking to you, it's been a minute. Didn't do a show on Wednesday because I was at the Wizards game the last couple days. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I did. It was extremely peaceful. Okay, no drama. We had a good time. Ate good, lots of laughs. Hi. So, I'm not. It's not like a bad funk. I just didn't feel like podcasting today. I just didn't feel like doing it, and it's okay. But yeah. And I don't know why this is what I was gonna wear on Sunday. So don't judge if you see it again on Sunday because you just might. All right, don't judge. Don't judge. I just put this on real quick because I had to do something. I had to run out real quick, so I just threw the hoodie on. But yeah, this is I got this hoodie back in 2020. I be telling people to send me merch because people always ask me about my merch. And I'm like, just send me merch. I can definitely get you a sale or two. Like, hello. I'm like a walking billboard sometimes when it comes to team related stuff. So sometimes, I mean, I'm not trying to brag or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, like, the opportunity is there to make a sale. And I have a P.O. box now. So if you're listening and you got things that you want to promote or send me, I got you. Okay. Tell me to send you my address and you can send me what you need to send me. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's very easy. Okay. Um yes, we never even though I did watch the game live on online here. We didn't talk about the Browns game. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Again, like I wasn't stressed out about it. And if you watched the live, then you know. What's up, TJ? Two, divisional games, they are just like that. I typically in the beginning of the season anticipate a split amongst everybody in the division. And no matter what, I say this, especially for the Ravens game, it doesn't matter who's out there. It just doesn't matter. AFC North football, all of the things are out the window. Your record, your roster, all of those things are out the window because you get injected with AFC North fuel and bad blood to play in these games. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be competitive. I don't care if you're the fifth string quarterback. Okay, you're gonna come in here and you're gonna try to beat the opposing team. All right. Yeah, and divisional games in general are just can be just wild. But we have been in the AFC North for a very, very long time. You know how it goes. Okay. So I'm not shocked here. I am not like, oh my God, I can't believe we beat a bad team. That team is not bad when they're playing in an AFC North opponent. Like it is what it is. That team could be bad when they face every other person on their schedule. But when they see AFC North, it's like they got something to prove. I wish they proved it to the rest of the teams in the league. Okay, because they just don't do that. So, do I see them as a threat? I don't see them as a threat. Did they play us well? They did. They usually do. And congratulations, they have their third win of the season, and I look forward to see who they're picking up in the draft. Congratulations, Cleveland. We'll see you guys soon. We'll see you guys very, very soon. But next up is the other Ohio team. There's another week in Ohio. And before you even ask me, no, I will not be there. I don't do it. I don't go. This is a 4-70. Is that the record? 4-7. They just had a bye. They're coming off a bye, y'all. They are coming off a bye. And so I'm gonna look at the stats for the Bengals just here for a little bit. And we're gonna talk about them. Joe Burrow has 3,028 yards. Like, yikes. 27 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's been sacked 26 times. Yeah, yeah. 26 sacks. Eesh. First, oh, okay. Sorry. I was about to say Jamar Chase, but there's Chase Brown and then there's Jamar Chase. Sorry. Chase, Chase Brown is the running back. He has 5 touchdowns on the season, averaging four yards a carry. He has a 607 for the season, 140 carries here. Played in 11 games. Mm-hmm. 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 Jamar Chase, we know him very, very well. Played in all 11 games, 100 targets. 100 targets. Of course, the most of his entire team, 100 targets. The next is T. Higgins with 58 targets. And if you know, T. Higgins only played in 6 games, and he's the closest to touching Jamar Chase in targets. Jamar Chase has 100 targets. T. Higgins, who's only played in 6 games, has 58. And then you have the other 11, which is Gasecki, was it Andre? I don't know his name. And then Chase Brown, which is the running back, has 44. Gasecki has 47. So, yeah. Jamar Chase is averaging 14 and a half yards per target. Yeah. So, mm-hmm. He has 12 touchdowns, averaging 96 yards per game. You want to know where your problem is? Right there. That's your problem, stopping Jamar Chase. We know this, right? We've had success there now. Um, they have a Logan Wilson of their own on defense, linebacker. Hmm I'm just going down the numbers. Their kicker, 15 field goals. How many has he made? Has he missed? Let me look at that. Let me see. Okay, McPherson. We know he missed some field goals in the last weeks. He's 3 for 7 plus 50. That's a good thing. We like that. Beyond 50, he is 3 for 7. We like that. 40 to 49, he is 3 for 5. We like that as well. Let me go back here and make sure. We like that as well. Hey, what's up? What's up? Um, Logan Wilson. Yes, they have a Logan Wilson linebacker for the Cincinnati Bengals. He is number. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the comments, but yes. And you know I like to call our Logan Peyton. Logan Wilson, he is actually leading the team in tackles with 104, 55 solo, 49 assisted. He doesn't have any sacks. He does have a couple of tackles for loss. He doesn't have any interceptions, and he has a couple of fumble recoveries and a couple of forced fumbles. So Logan Wilson, linebacker for the Cincinnati Bengals, has been, at the top here. Of course, we know Gino. He only has 1 interception this year. And I know people talk about how their defense is this and that, but they have Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson has 11 and a half sacks this year. Okay, 11 and a half sacks through 11 games. He's averaging a sack a game. And we know what's been happening to our quarterback lately. He has been getting sacked. So definitely got to keep Hendrickson at bay. That's going to be a problem. We got to solve it. Got to have an answer for it. Hi, Tony. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I know people are slowly trickling in. That is a problem. Do I think the Steelers can win this game? Yes. Do I think it's going to be everything I know AFC North football to be? Yes. So, am I hype and coming in here like, oh my God, we're going to dominate? There's no way. No. I'm coming into this game how I would come into just about, except for the Ravens game. Like, I felt like, look, we could beat them. I know we could beat them. And I felt I had to be overly confident for that game because I knew we can absolutely beat them. Do I know we can beat the Bengals? Yes. Do I feel like this is just a weird part of the season where things are going to be tough? And I think that we could split with our division. I do feel that. Is it going to be away? Is it going to be home? I don't know. But it, to me, feels like we got a couple games. that we could lose on. So I'm not trying to be negative. This is y'all know how I am. I like to be positive, but I feel like the way this defense has been playing overall, we can put some points up on the board. But we have to get out our own way in the red zone and get in the end zone. And I want to talk about that. We have a guest tonight. What's up? What's up? I'm gonna bring him in. Bring him out. Bring him out. What's up, Mitch? How are you?
What's going on? I'm alright.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was nice.
It was nice. That's what's up.
Yeah, I was in fat boy mode the whole day.
Like you was comatose.
Nah, I'm actually not though. I'm actually
Now,
not
was
because
you yesterday?
I went. Oh man, I went to work today, so
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm cool. I try not to go overboard today. How was
Yeah.
your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was peaceful. It was no drama, low key, not a lot of noise. Watched football. Those games were interesting, I'll say.
That's a good way to put it.
Somebody got fired from one of those games yesterday. We won't. Well, I'll leave that alone. I
Mhm.
will leave that alone. But I guess we said that was a fireable offense, and it happened. So
Yeah, that was crazy.
sorry to that man. I hate people getting fired right before the holidays. We are familiar because it happened last year to Matt Canada. But mm, well, sorry
Yeah.
to that man. That's all I can say. But
Go
I
on
was
to your
here.
choices.
Yeah. I was here talking about the Bengals, looking at some of the numbers, looking at some of the, of course, Chase Young. I mean, Jamar Chase.
Hmm.
Jamar Chase is going to be a problem. T. Higgins as well. And I don't know if you know this. I'll go back to the numbers here. One, they have a Logan Wilson linebacker who is leading the team in tackles with 104. Two, Jamar Chase has played in 11 games, had 73 receptions and 100 targets, and he has 1,056 yards, averaging 14 and a half per carry.
Yeah, I think he lead. I think he lead the league in catches, yards, and touchdowns. I think that's crazy.
Yeah, so he's a problem, especially in the deep ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
So got to contain him. And of course, T. Higgins has been getting off in the last game. We saw them come back with him as well. And Gasecki, the tight end. We obviously struggled against tight ends in, in some of our previous um, games. I know, like, if I think about last year defensively,
Mhm.
how we struggled against tight ends in that Arizona Cardinals game. I was
Oh
like,
my God! Yeah, that was the worst. That was the worst one with the tight end.
we are getting ate up by the tight ends. So I hope that's not the case. But I'm with you, Ken. 12-5, that is a reasonable expectation for me.
So,
12
yeah,
and 5 is
I
reasonable.
like 12-5. I actually said at the beginning I said 12-5,
Yeah.
but
It has to be 10 is the minimum always for me. I say that all the time. I feel like you guys are probably hearing me. Like 10 is the minimum. We have to win a minimum of 10 games. But I feel like we are gonna surpass that this year. So, and which is
at
great. We need it.
the fact that we got 8 wins at this point, I can't settle for 10. Now at the beginning of the
Mm,
season,
yeah.
at the beginning of the season, 10 was a how you just said that, I would have framed it the exact same way. But being
Mhm.
as though we got what 6 to play and we got 8 wins already, it's like okay, 11 to 12 wins should be in the books for us.
We go into the playoffs, man. We go into the
Oh yeah,
playoffs. We're gonna get our
for sure.
playoff win. Um, I'm excited actually for this Ravens Eagles matchup, and it's after our game. I know the emphasis is on, and I love that the emphasis are on the running backs
Hmm.
because that's
Yeah, these,
because it's not about Lamar. And like we know Lamar is great and all this stuff, but it's about the running backs. So you know that's what people are expecting to see. So Baltimore definitely has to stick to that plan. And if they don't stick to that plan and they lose, oh my goodness.
I'm gonna love every minute of it. I'm not gonna like. I'm gonna love every minute of it. I I can't. I look. I can't. I tell everybody every time. I can't stand the Ravens. I don't.
Mhm.
I don't like them at all. Do I respect them? Yes. I have no love for them at all. None.
Mm,
Um, I kind of feel I don't. The hate is not as bad as it for Baltimore as for Cincinnati because I don't really like them neither. But
hmm
I will say, but man, I'm not nervous about this game. People was like, you should be nervous and all. And despite what everybody's saying about Minka, which I think is like the stupidest thing I've ever heard,
What they
hearing
say?
I've been hearing that he's not a good player anymore. We should have traded
Oh,
him. I was like, boy, are y'all on dope?
please.
Like,
Y'all don't understand. He saved us from a touchdown. He saved us from so many touchdowns. They don't even see it. And that's why I really can't deal with a lot of people that the tape tells you so much
yes,
about Minka
it do.
Fitzpatrick. And it's just not interceptions. Like you really have to see what this man does on the field. And if you refuse to look at the tape, then like you probably one of the same people that wants your head coach fired. Like that's you probably one of them. And I'm okay with you. I'm good off you.
Yeah, exactly. I like certain people say certain things. I just choose to ignore them at a certain point. Like
Yeah.
if you think that just interception is how you going to judge any person, especially a safety, then
Mhm.
you just simply football dumb. Like that's how I look at it. You
Yeah,
can't
he's not
equate
doing go ahead.
all the things he do just to interceptions. They don't get attacked in the middle of the field because of Minka is there. Like matter of fact, Mike Tomlin said this in his presser on Tuesday. He said the same way we didn't throw in the middle of the field against the Falcons. He's
Mhm.
like, it's the same thing that's going on to Minka.
Yeah.
I think they asked him, is he concerned with the lack of splash plays from Minka? He was like, no, he's solid. That's all
Like
he need to be.
he
Like,
literally said, like you guys, like he has been the last line of defense on multiple occasions, saving this team from getting scored on. Like, has he
mhm.
been scored on? Absolutely. But has he saved some? I think he saved the Derrick Henry one.
You
I think
said Derrick Henry won.
he
He
saved
saved
the
one.
he
I,
saved one in the Browns game.
yeah, he
I don't
did.
know if it was Chubb or somebody. He saved one in the Browns game. Um, like he has saved our butts from getting seven so many times. Like I wish you guys would watch the tape. I wish you would watch the tape. And then some of them stops. I think there was a stop that ended up leading to an interception by us, which anyway,
Yeah,
don't get my blood boiling off of that. I just can't. And I
yeah.
was talking to a Giants fan earlier today, and they were like, "Man, I just love y'all coach. I wish we could have y'all coach." I'm like, "Man, listen,
It's
if you
not
talk to
happening,
the right Steeler fan, they would have sold them to you for a bag of chips."
man. What? And then when we got another coach and they wasn't successful, they'd have been crying about it, complaining about it.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, but you wanted them. You wanted the successful one gone. You know.
If you see what some of these teams are going through, the Raiders, the Jaguars, both New York teams, there
Hmm.
are so many teams going through so much. And this organization, these fans, a lot of these fans are so spoiled. You're so used to not being lousy that you can't
Hmm.
handle anything but, you know, I don't
They,
know.
our fan base spoiled. That's what it
Yeah.
really is. They're spoiled. But this like, I think a lot of them be out of touch with reality. Like, we not gonna win the Super Bowls every season. That's
We're
just
not going to go
reality.
to Super Bowl. It's difficult to do, and
Yeah, they act
I
like
know how Kansas City makes you think that it's easy, or the Patriots made you think that it was easy. It's really difficult.
I can't believe Kansas City won this game today. They were supposed to lose. They were supposed to lose today.
Man, they for somehow, and I yes, I said luck. I said luck online, and that is like they are like God's favorites. Like it's just giving God's favorites energy, somebody's favorite for that to flip in a matter of seconds where they were a field goal away from beating them. And we don't like, yes, we've seen them block a field goal to win,
Hmm.
win a game too. But man, the way what's his name? Aiden McConnell, whatever
Man,
his name is.
McConnell, he was going right down the field. Like I was watching it. I was like, Hold on, man. You know what?
No
Let me
fear
see
in
the
his
watch
heart.
this.
No fear in his heart. And I
None.
don't want to skip to Christmas, but yes, the like the problem I have is no one's talking about the lack of consistent touchdowns for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
So
Only us.
the amount,
Only,
yeah, the amount of field goals they have to make, or
mm-hmm.
how they're winning by field goals, and they're not talking about that.
They're not scoring a lot of points. They're not scoring like, but it's not a big deal though because it's Mahomes in Kansas City.
Because they're winning the games.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter how they're winning, they're getting it done, and it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yep. But us, I listen to. I'm a fan of Dan Orlovsky's. I love the way he break down footage.
Film, yeah.
And he was talking about our offense. Was it after we beat Baltimore, and he was saying that we couldn't win a Super Bowl playing offense like that. And I tweeted him and I said I give you that, so I give you that. You can't win on just beating field goals. I mean beating
Mm-hmm.
teams with field goals. I was like, I got that. I said, but the game before we just scored 28 points. I
Mm-hmm.
said, you
All
forgot about the
touchdowns.
game before and just focused on that one game. I said, you can't just focus on one game. Talk about the totality of the whole season. You see what I'm saying? And then we laid the egg in Cleveland. But I mean, we laid
And
the
we
egg
didn't
in the
even we
snowstorm.
played a division, like I'm not even trying to blame the snow, but because I thought it was great. It was great to have. I think it was a great addition to everything. Like I
Oh yeah,
thoroughly
I loved
enjoyed
it.
the
I
game,
loved
win,
it.
lose, draw. Like I was entertained.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a division. It was even like the Baltimore game. It's ugly. It's not pretty. You make mistakes. Whoever makes the most mistakes or the craziest mistakes, they get to capitalize off of them. Unfortunately, that didn't work for us
It's
in
football.
Cleveland.
It's
But
football.
it just is divisional football. Like it's a 2 to 3 point swing. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
what did we lose by?
Like 5.
Five? Okay, it was five. It had to be a touchdown. So like it's a one possession game. Like it just be like that. It just is what it is.
Right.
But Dan, like I'm up and down on him. Like I like him sometimes for the entertainment piece, but I don't like him Steeler wise because like one, we all know he likes Justin Fields. That's what he wants. Fine.
Right.
And that's cool, but like still, like collectively, I get you have your favorite. A lot of people want Justin to be the guy and be the future and all that, and he could be, but at this moment, at this time, this is the quarterback number one, and like that's the direction that they're moving in. So it's like they're trying to wait for him to be good enough to give the approval. And like 1 minute they're like, oh yeah, okay. Now that they've lost the game, they're like, oh yeah, nope. See,
Yeah,
we
that's the
feel like,
national media. That's the national media perspective. They trying to cause controversy, but
but
it's
they
not
don't
happening.
like him. But people don't like Russell. They don't like Russell, and it is a personal thing. It's personal.
I'm a Justin Fields guy, right?
Mm-hmm,
But I don't have a problem with Russ.
mm-hmm.
But the thing is, my whole thing is the bottom line is I want the Steelers to win football games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. D, you could be playing quarterback. We winning football games. I don't care. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't really care. Do I want Justin to remain with the team and everything? Absolutely.
I sure do.
Absolutely. But I was like, but if right now what's working is Russ playing quarterback, I'm riding with Russ. That's what it is. We winning football games, that's what I'm going with. Until proven otherwise. You know?
Your biggest, I don't trust anybody who was blindly in favor of Fields. Like I wanted to see them both. I wanted to see them absolute both. I thought, again, I hate going back in time, but I thought Russell was going to be the guy to lead the team, and I wanted to see just what Justin could bring to the team as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say we got lucky enough to be able to see both and know what both can do in game. To make the best out of the of the both of them, and now you're starting to see them bring him in more, which I thought they would have done earlier. But hey, look, we need to get as colorful and flavorful as we can get with this last stretch of division games, or this only stretch of division games.
Yeah, I like they
Um,
need to do it in the red zone more. I think that's where it really need to be
yes,
pivotal
I I
inside the
I
red zone.
thought that's where it would start. I thought we
Right,
would get in the red zone, you bring him in, and of course we know he can run loose for the touchdowns. I
right.
really thought that was going to be a thing, but
Didn't we
Coach
agree
Sherman,
on this last week? I think we was agreeing on this
yeah,
last week. I think, yeah. Well,
yeah, because I brought it up in the beginning, and then
mhm.
Kev and Dex were like, I brought it in the beginning of the year, and they were like, "No, we don't want to see that. No, we don't. No."
Nah,
It was just like they were so anti Justin coming in packages.
no.
I was just like,
I,
why not? Like, you don't want to see him in a, like in the red zone, third down situation, something like, nah,
yeah,
nope.
I never disagree with it. But then when I started seeing certain things during the games,
Hmm.
and I was watching like it was certain times that I thought Russ would be able to run it. But then I
Yeah.
kind of quickly saw it's like Russ don't got no wheels no more, so that's not happening. So when I
Hmm.
saw that, I was like, if we have Russ in there just to do, I'm sorry, we had Fields in there just to do that. Not necessarily he just have to run, but the threat of him being able to pass and actually run,
Hmm.
it make it hard for defense to defend you in the red zone. So,
Right.
I've always been a fan of that. I don't
So
think they needed to do it as much as they did it last week, but in the red zone, please,
mm,
please.
well, I want to see it. Kyle is obviously a Ravens fan, and he says you're not winning the division after losing to the Browns.
Man,
Must I
ain't
remind you the Ravens lost to the Browns? So
yeah, I'm not even paying on this
I
honest
mean,
attention.
like I wasn't gonna pay you no attention until you said that, but like make it make sense. Like definitely
You
lost to the
barely beat
Browns.
the Bengals twice, and you lost to Cleveland. So I mean,
Definitely,
what are you saying?
definitely didn't beat the Browns when you played them. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tomlin said coaches got together to kind of come up with something. To come up with some a way for it, whatever. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
got it. Good. Let's see if what they came up with can be executed on the field on Sunday. I want to see. I want to see what the weather's going to be in Cincinnati.
I want the offensive line to play better than they did last week. That's what I want. That's
Sunday,
all.
it looks like some snow is in the forecast. Let's see.
Again?
It says light snow.
Oh, but that's Ohio, so you never know.
Yeah, it says light snow on
Light
Sunday.
snow might be 5 inches. Oh, dear.
Let me see. Let me see. It's gonna be a high of 31 and a low of 19. But of course, they'll be playing a 1 o'clock slate, so it won't be the low.
And it's gonna be football weather, basically.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be football weather. And Lord knows the Miami Dolphins cannot deal with that. You saw them last night. Good night.
Yeah, I seen Green Bay jump right on them. I didn't expect that. I thought Miami would play better than that, but
Mhm.
I
It
I
really
I,
looks.
I like their offense, but I'll be looking at it like, nah. I just don't see it. I don't see them beating a lot of the top tier teams in the AFC. I don't see it.
Oh, I'm laughing at the people in the comments, y'all. They are having a good old time. Kyle's over there disturbing the peace. It's fine. Yeah, but it looks like they'll be fine. I don't think the weather will be a factor in that game. I want to see. I want to see more. I want to see a little bit of diversity in the run game. I'm tired of just seeing that pitch it back to Najee. Um, you know, I want to see a little bit more Patterson. Uh, I hope that we start looking like we looked that game. What game was that? Was that the Giants game where you just saw everybody? You got to catch. You got to catch. Scott. Like everybody got a
Everybody
look
touched the
or
ball.
attempt. Like everybody touched the ball. I want to get back to that. Like I don't know where that's been, um, but I want to get back to it. I know we've gotten Darnell Washington more involved. I do enjoy that. I really do like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I want to see more. I want to
Balance.
see.
I just want the balance. As
Mm-hmm.
long as we got balance, we able to run when we want to run, and the play action is viable. Then I think we be fine. That's what Russ thrive at that anyway. He always was that type of guy. He play action fake, all that. Always been that type of guy. So
I'm a little concerned. Well, I am, but I'm not. Like Connor Hayward. I knew that I just thought that he was gonna be a little used more in the passing game, but he's not. He's used more in
Mhm.
the running game. And I'm not saying like we absolutely need to go that direction, but and I thought the offense was gonna be like behind like a Pat Fryermuth, George Pickens, but you still don't see Pat getting the attempts like that, you know?
Oh, fair
So
move.
I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. Another thing we gotta talk about is Hard Knocks is going to be premiering this week, coming up. The third.
I seen a preview.
What day is the third? That's a Wednesday.
Wednesday. Let's see, Tuesday or Wednesdays, one or two.
Oh, Tuesday. So we'll talk about it, I guess, on Wednesday. I guess it'll air on the third. Not a big fan. How are you feeling about the Hard Knocks?
Um, from the clip that I seen, I'm
Mhm.
interested. I'm interested in seeing what came from that clip. They were talking about the Ravens game, so and they were talking to Elliott and Queen specifically. So,
Mhm.
do I like them being there? No,
Mhm.
but since they're there, I definitely want to see. It should be intriguing. Um, more from the player standpoint for me.
Mhm.
Seeing how they prepare for these games, stuff like that. I don't really care about seeing the other three teams. If I'm
Right.
gonna be honest about it, I don't really care about seeing.
I
Um,
don't. I don't. I don't want y'all seeing Coach Tomlin. Like that's really it for me. Like I understand. I don't really want nobody on there because just like today you saw the media kind of like everybody put on blast the fact that George Pickens was like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. But all everybody wants to talk about is the altercation at the end of the game. Like there were so many other things you could talk about George Pickens. You could talk about his production. You could talk about the offense as a whole. Everybody wanted to focus on that incident at the end of the game. And I'm like, bro, don't like what why would you want why are we highlighting the thing that could get somebody to pay money out of their pocket? Like why are we so
negative.
fixated on that? Like why?
Every game
And so
we can blow somebody out by 30, right? And the footnote is going to be the scuffle that happened or something like that. And that's going to be what everybody focus on. And then you
mhm,
always got the people in the fan base who be like Pickens do something, whatever, regardless what it be. Trade them, do all this. I was like, we already lack depth at receiver, and then you're gonna trade Pickens. Like, please help me make that make sense. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, come on, man. Like, I see, it's so much negatives narratives come from the. It seems like this. I don't know if that's necessarily the Pittsburgh media or
hmm,
who it is, but I swear it's annoying.
yeah,
It's
it
annoying.
is. It is. And so now like every CBS, everybody is showing the clip of Pickens saying, I'm just here so I don't get fined. And I love it. Like, you know what,
Yeah, I
George?
do too.
Well, I kind of wish he would have started doing that earlier. Because I know
Mhm.
like sometimes he was like saying things like, oh, I don't be on social media. And, you know, of course, he'll have something posted on social media or whatever. But I just wish, like, just keep saying that, please, because yeah, I get tired.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
get tired. Um, I'm looking at the comments here. But yeah, so Hard Knocks should be cool. Maybe we'll have a maybe I don't know Tuesday. What am I doing Tuesday? Maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it just because I'm gonna have to, and if I don't, y'all gonna force it on me anyway. I'm gonna have to just not look at my phone. So
Yeah,
I will partake.
it's,
Even though it's gonna pain me because
it's
y'all
definitely
gonna
gonna
take
get forced on you.
clips and you're gonna, you're gonna just be negative about some of the stuff that's on there. I know there's gonna be some funny stuff on there that's said, especially because we beat the Ravens. Um, and of course it's going to be this what's the guy from Miles Garrett? Miles Garrett is going to have his special shine because he had such a crazy game against us, as if he literally went head up to head against CJ Watt.
Right.
um
that that was. I'm sorry. That whole little shenanigans was funny to me. Like y'all know
it is. It's
they
like,
not
cause sir,
blocking each
you didn't
other.
get up all year, but you got up. You got up for this game over an award that you won that you feel like, I mean, of course, we do believe that TJ should have won it over you, but you got up for this particular game, sir. Where were all those sacks?
The other 8 games y'all
Yeah,
lost or
where
whatever.
was that? You got up for us. I'm so glad that we could be your espresso. Thank you, Miles. Like, thank you for letting us know that we could be your espresso. We could get you up. We could get you riled up. We could make you play football because your team's been looking for that for several weeks. So now that we know, put us on your schedule every week so that you can get up and you can make those plays for your team because they
Let's
needed
see
you.
him. Let's see
That's
him
all.
do it. Let's see him do it next week.
Yes. Keep
Let's see
keep
him do
doing
it
it.
next
Do
week.
it. Do it outside of the division, Miles. Do
Mhm.
that.
Let's see him do it next week.
Outside of the division.
When they
Okay.
come sliding up into Pittsburgh next week, let's see him do it again.
So we'll see.
I'm pretty sure that game gonna be a little different.
Those guys, especially defense, I think the defense is definitely gonna take that to heart. I think
Yeah, I
definitely
think they
gonna
are.
be like, all right, wait a minute, hold up, not
There was a
not
lot
again.
of
Hopefully,
talking.
the offensive line does too. Our offensive line does too.
Yeah,
But defense, I think they definitely gonna have a little edge to them.
hope Pickens. I hope
Because
Pickens
they
do
couldn't
too.
get to Jameis. That was disappointing to me. Like, why couldn't they get to Jameis? And if we have Alex Highsmith back, I think we have a different impact in the pass rush game. Is he? I know Mike Tomlin said that
He been practicing.
he's been a full participant.
Yeah,
When
he
I
was.
tell y'all I've used this week as a bye week, I have used it as a bye week. I have tailored myself back and taken a necessary break. So let me see.
He's definitely been practicing.
I didn't know if he was a full participant, but yeah. Um, look, his value is silently it's silent. Like, he is definitely a threat, a weapon that people don't talk about enough. Let me see. Let me see this injury report. It was updated 4 hours ago. Corey Trice is not playing
He's
again.
out.
He had a full practice on Wednesday, limited practice Thursday and Friday, so he's not playing. Alex Highsmith is doubtful. He had limited practice Thursday and Friday. They practice on Thanksgiving. Okay.
Yeah,
Montrevious Adams, he had full practice on Wednesday, limited Thursday and Friday. He is out as well.
they slow walking the mess out of them.
I'm
I
curious
thought,
about this Corey Trice situation. Like,
yeah,
what's
I thought he would have been back. I thought now Highsmith, I wasn't actually expecting him to play this week. I wasn't expecting him to play next week. But Trice, I thought would be there. And to be honest with you, I really felt like we would need him against Cincinnati.
So they have Joe Burrow, his right wrist. I don't know how long he's been on the injury report, but of course, he's been practicing. But it's interesting that his wrist is bothering him at some capacity to the point where they had to list it.
That's the one he hurt last year.
His right wrist, yeah. So I
Mm-hmm.
guess it's still some issues with it. So Logan Wilson, a guy I told you that's leading the team in tackles, he did not practice all week and he is listed as questionable. So that's interesting. T. Higgins, limited practice. I guess he's limited. He's been limited all week, so I guess he's playing. They don't have a game status for him, right? It's still unspecified right now. So that's interesting. But we know he just came back off of an injury, so maybe they're just being
cautious.
Orlando Brown, he fully practiced today, but he has a fibula injury. And that's the offensive line. He's questionable right now. And Charlie Jones, wide receiver, we don't even know you, child. He is doubtful. We don't know that man. But yeah, so Orlando Brown, he fully practiced, so I expect him to play. Of course, Joe Burrow, he's gonna play. T. Higgins, that's interesting to me. It's unspecified, so we'll keep an eye on T. Higgins. I think it's just them being precautionary because of the injuries that he's just coming back from. And the Logan Wilson thing is interesting as well, since he is played in all 11 games. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Trice. I don't know what's going on with Trice. I don't know. It's like he's been practicing fully, and then they say he's not playing, and then now he's practiced limited, and now he's not playing. So I don't know what's going on with that. Trice
Yeah,
is
I don't
definitely
know. We can really use him this week.
yeah.
Particularly, we can use him this week.
And
Now,
I wish Dex was here so we could get on him about Dante Jackson, even though he was still staying on business about him. But I wish he was here.
mm,
The man had 2 turnovers last game, right?
two. Nah, he got the. Oh, no, I think who picked up the fumble? Who
He
scooped the
had
fumble?
a I thought he had the fumble and he had an interception. I thought he had two. I could be wrong.
Herbert forced the fumble. I thought Elliott scooped up the fumble.
It could I could be. I know he had an interception, so he contributed to a turnover. So I know he
Yeah,
had one. I'm
yeah.
sorry, I'm looking over here on IG because I'd be forgetting that I can't see the comments on IG. So I'm just over here looking to see if I miss anything on Instagram. Steelers losing Sunday. What's up, Trippy? TJ needs to move around every now and then. They do move TJ around. I don't know if y'all notice. I see it more when I'm at the game, but they have been moving TJ around. And they also haven't, and if people also don't know this, they've been keeping TJ out. Okay. TJ has been resting in some series, y'all, like for a long time, not just a play or two. Like they've been keeping TJ off the field. So you can get mad about TJ's lack of sacks or whatever, or the team as a whole sacks are down, which is extremely low. What we're used to. I think I forget how many total sacks. I can look it up real quick. But we not up there this year.
We don't really blitz that often.
Yeah, we're not blitzing like
We're
that.
not blitzing at all. That's what Austin. I'm sorry, Austin just irritates me. Just
Yeah.
sitting in the zones and just basically just rushing four or rushing five, like
25.
blitz, man.
25.
Like you have to blitz sometimes. I think
Yeah, we're at
we one of the
25.
least amount we one of the least blitzing teams in the league.
And TJ Watt accounts for 7.5. Like he's still leading the team, but like 7.5 at this point in the season, like is not what we're used to from a healthy TJ Watt. I get it, but win football games. We're
Yeah,
not here for sack awards. We're here for W's. We are here for
I'm
W's.
pretty sure he don't care.
Yeah. Najee, I don't know if everybody knows Najee has 749 rushing yards, and I think he can do another 1,000-yard season
Nah, he's going to get it. The only way he's not going to get it
if he
is if
doesn't play.
he get hurt. Yeah, I'm about to
No,
say
he
that's the only
doesn't
way.
play. He doesn't play.
That's
If he
the
does,
only way my man ain't gonna get it.
yeah, he does. If he doesn't play, I just want to say that. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna keep it short today because y'all know how I felt this afternoon. Anyway, it
Yeah,
is what it is.
I just want to win. I
Yeah,
don't like.
I was like, I didn't want first. Oh shoot, dang it! Sorry, I forgot. I want. I hope. I know we're on YouTube, but I forgot to do the thing on YouTube. But I didn't want to leave y'all hanging. Like I feel like that's extremely rude to not do a show. And this week was just crazy all by itself. So it was wild. What's your score prediction for this week, Mitch?
I haven't thought about that at all. I'm gonna say, much as it's going to have me have a heart attack, I think
Oh,
it's going to be because this is going to be close.
yeah, it's gonna be
Uh, 24-20 Pittsburgh. I don't even like saying that they're going to score 20 points like that. Just irritates me. I'm a defensive guy, so like me saying someone's going to score 20 on us just don't
yeah,
sit
I
there
get
with
it.
my soul. But I'm going to say
Yeah.
24-20 Steelers. Can't say it
I'm gonna
31-27. Uh, I think we could score 31. I don't think they going to get 27.
I'm gonna look at this matchup real quick. How come it won't let you look at the matchups? I probably don't know what I'm doing, but
Nah, you right. No, in the comments he was saying the idea was to rush just the down lineman so we didn't have to blitz. Yeah, I understand that, but when some of these teams go max protect and they hitting TJ with 2 and 3 guys,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta bring extra. And a lot of times when we bring extra, we get home. Like I remember Patrick Queen almost killed Jameis one of them hits when we blitzed last week.
Man,
He said
I just
27.
hated that we had
Like
him
this.
and we could not get our claws on him. It literally ate me up. It ate me up.
We get another
Like,
shot next week.
okay.
26-23.
That's y'all's prediction. I was trying to look up something.
Your business said 28-17. Alexander
Okay.
said
Oh,
26.
I wanted to see something about the Bengals real quick.
Are we
Because
favorite? Are we favorite in this game?
no, we are not favored.
We're
We
underdog.
haven't. We are the underdog.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I
We are
love it.
the underdog. We are the underdog. This
I love it.
um
I'm glad we are.
I think it's like plus 135 money line.
What a big surprise! You see the Bengals winning the game. It's not a surprise.
Okay. Okay. This is what I'm looking for. The Cincinnati Bengals, it's just crazy because they're averaging 27 points per game and their
Mm-hmm.
opponents are averaging 26.9. How, Sway?
Because their defense is horrible.
That is
And I'm
crazy.
gonna be honest.
This is the number I was looking for. They're averaging 27 points a game. So we have to hold them, y'all. We have to hold them. Yes, you said 20. I want it to be less than that. I want it to be less than 20.
Oh
I
yeah, I
really,
mean, me too. Me too. I prefer
really do.
zero, but that's not
I
reality.
want it to be no more than 17.
If I'm gonna be honest, I would love it if we kept them under 13
Yeah,
or
that
at
would be
13.
beautiful. If they had 9 points.
Oh man, that'd be great. I'd be like, oh yeah, we winning this game. Like that's
Oh
exactly how I would feel.
man.
That's exactly how I would feel. I'm like, yeah, we definitely winning this game.
We gotta hold them under 20 points. And we have to score 30. We have to score 30.
We
Like
got to
we
score some touchdowns too. We can't be kicking a bunch of field goals.
if you got 30 points off field goals,
10 field goals.
that would be insane. But
It
I
would
believe
be.
Chris Boswell could do it.
And then we might have to put
We
Boswell.
gotta score. We gotta score 30 points, y'all.
If that happened, we might have to put Bos on the IR the next week. Leg about
No,
to fall
he
off.
is winning. He is winning AFC North Player of the Week, Special Teams Player of the Week. He winning. If he get 30 points, you got to get that man all the weekly awards. If he scored 30
Yes,
points off his list.
he definitely have to. No way.
Oh man, yeah, we gotta score 30 points. Sorry. If this defense is, do we play man on Chase?
Mix it up.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think you can just do one thing.
Yeah, you gotta mix it up.
You can't be predictable. And I'm scratching my head because it's TA, and I don't know what he's gonna do.
Hey, for now,
I
remember,
don't know what he gonna do, child. I don't know.
remember you said about Dex. This gonna be the game. This gonna be the game right here. If he's gonna be out there, because I don't know if Porter gonna follow Chase all game. I know most of the game he probably will, but I don't think he's gonna do it all the time. But even if T
Are you
Hig
talking about
play,
T6?
he gonna have to have T Hig or he gonna have to have Chase. So if Dex right,
This is the game we'll see, is what you're saying?
yeah, I honestly feel like based on what he said, because I started paying more attention to it when he said it.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed like a zone corner. Like, you know what I'm saying? He better in zone coverage than he is in man coverage. Not saying that he's playing bad. He not
Mm-hmm.
getting beat badly, but he do get beat on certain moves, like seem like inside slant, stuff like that. But
What touchdown
both
was that?
corners
The
do.
Ravens touchdown? I think it was where he was. I could see the push off. I guess he wanted the ref to call a push off. I think it was that last Ravens touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what he was asking, because all you saw was the touchdown and him looking at the ref, like,
Yeah.
and this is
You
like,
know
bro,
what though? I don't even know why at this point. I don't know why the corners looking for it because they almost never call it. I'm being
mhm,
honest, but they almost never. Offensive players can get away with murder.
yeah,
Honestly, then that's just the truth.
yeah. Well, Mitch, we're gonna wrap it up, y'all. I appreciate y'all for joining. I know it's a Friday night. You got plenty of things to do. I know I do. But you're here with us. I appreciate you. I'll do a stream on Sunday. I'll be home so we can watch it together. And I will mute you if I need to. I this that was the second time I ever had people on here while I was watching the game. And it was streaming, so everybody had like different moments, different times. And
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't receive the negativity like vocally. Like I couldn't hear people complain. So like or people talk. So I had to turn the volume down. So like
Okay.
so Terrence, I think Dex was on here, and I was just like, like I can do the comments, it's like fine, because I can pick and choose when I read, but like I can't turn off what they saying to me. So I just had to turn the volume down and and
Look,
just like come back when I was ready to have a conversation.
I told
I'm
you.
not
Remember when
there
you
yet.
said you was doing it, and I told you I was like, I know I'm not gonna be able to catch it. I was like, cause I be too engaged to even pay
Yeah,
attention to my phone really. So I was
yeah,
like, man, when I found out that you did it, I talked to Terrence, and Terrence told me, yeah, you did it. He said he hopped on late. I was
yeah.
like, man, I said I know I wouldn't have been no good.
Yeah, I
Me
was
and my
and it was funny because Dane came on, and Dane definitely this is something he can't handle during the game. Like he's definitely emotionally involved, right?
right.
So for him, like I think I might have been a little bit ahead of him too.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the other thing that was stressing me out, like being
Yeah,
behind.
yeah.
Um, And so I was a little bit ahead of him. So he would like leave and he'll come back and he'll leave and he'll come back. And I'd be like, no, because he was so negative. Like you could tell his fire Tomlin thing was like ready to just spew out. Like, we're not prepared. We're in this. Like, how can we lose to bad teams? I'm like, they're not a bad team when they play us. Like, this. Like, why does everybody have amnesia? Like
I be
this
seeing him
happened.
on X.
And so
Uh, Throwing out this wild banter, and I'll be like,
yeah, because you know how he came on here and he was just like, okay, like he was happy, he was smiling. He was like, okay, now he was trying to like move the goalposts and say we needed to win more games because Tomlin was exceeding the expectations for him. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Whatever your goalpost was set at, you need to keep it there. You can't move it because he's moving faster along the track than you expected. Like the goalpost is the goalpost. Like you can't move it.
right,
So
can't
but
uproot the
yeah,
goalpost.
I was calling him Negative Nancy because he was being negative, and then when we came, because I was like, we're coming back. I was like, I'm not worried. We good. We gonna get these 2 touchdowns, and we gonna be in this thing. And I stayed the course, and it happened. And here come Dave. I was like, no, we coming in here with your negativity. I told you.
Hit that
It
mute button
definitely,
on.
but I just enjoyed that game. Like I thoroughly was happy to like I was like a kid on Christmas watching that game. Anyway, y'all, thank you. Yeah, Kim is like, I have to watch the I get it, kid. I get it. I get it. Why does my hand look like that? My notebook all swollen.
Hey, Ken, we all do.
Yeah, I get it, Kim. And now I have to remember sometimes that people can literally see my every move, but at the same time, I was thoroughly enjoying the game. I'd even though it started crazy, I like that we were doing different things, bringing Justin in early. I like shaking it up. I was like,
Mhm.
okay, like all right, they're not waiting, and it was just the penalties, like us shooting ourselves in the foot, like those things like that
Yeah.
were pissing me
We
off.
got
Not
clean. We got.
yeah,
That's another thing this Bengal game. We got to play clean.
yeah.
We play clean. I'm be honest with you. We play clean. I feel like we could beat everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. If we play clean, and I keep
Yeah.
forgetting we're a young team. Also, man, we got a lot of youngins on this
On
team.
offense for sure.
Yeah.
Sure, man. But thank you for joining me tonight, y'all. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy your weekends. And we gotta beat these Bengals. We gotta beat who is they, because we about to beat these Bengals today. So if y'all are traveling to the game, have fun. I will not be there, so you know where to catch me. We'll be here. And yeah, so I'll see y'all then. Thank you, Mitch. Tell everybody where they can find you online.
Uh, Still Matt Full Sports podcast on IG. Um, bear with me. I'm just starting back, and I'm getting my stuff off the ground. I'll probably be doing two shows a week. One
Nice.
for the Steelers primarily, and then one where we talk about basketball, football, everything.
Okay.
Hopefully you'll see D. Hopefully.
Yeah,
Um
come through.
hopefully so that's why I just kicked off my I did like a little soft episode for like 30 minutes
Okay.
last Thursday,
Yeah.
and trying to gear up. Now a lot of people been hitting me up asking could they come on the show. I'm like,
Yeah. Look, this thing is not always easy. Like I know people make it look easy, but like this week, as I'm getting more and more involved into basketball,
hmm
I be tired. I be tired. The time sometimes the availability is not there. The games are at 7 o'clock in the evening, and I have to get to DC, which like I have to leave as early as possible because the later I wait, the longer it's gonna take me to get there. So
Yeah.
if a game's at 7, I gotta leave by 3:30, 3:30, 4 o'clock to get to DC.
You
Because if I
drive
go,
downtown? You drive
mhm,
downtown?
mhm.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I have to leave early. So like someone was like, "Why did you leave that Ravens game?" They were like, "Why did you immediately get offline?" I was like, "Because I had to get to DC because I was going to the Wizards game, and the game was I had to literally shut the place down, even though it was like a Sunday. But
hmm
still, like if I leave, if I leave early, it'll take me less than an hour. But if I leave after 4 o'clock, it's gonna take me over an hour. So I gotta time it right. So during the week and I'm going to as many Wizards game as possible because I'm really, even though they're not a winning team, I can see myself growing in that basketball space, and I like it. I love basketball. Was my first love. I love the Steelers, the team, but it's the fans, y'all get on. Not all of you, but
A
y'all
lot of you.
y'all get on my nerves. I mean a break,
Love the
child.
team.
Okay.
I'm a basketball fan too. Not so much of Wizards because they irritate my life. But
Yeah,
but
I
but
like basketball in general. I just
I'm
grown because I've been there. I've grown attached to the young team that is the Wizards. But like I've always been like a players outside of like the Bulls. I've always liked players like Kevin Garnett, Carmelo. Like I've had Tim Duncan. Like they were players that I just absolutely loved. And still, I'm still like that. I love watching Steph Curry. I love
mm,
what John Morant. He's just now really getting back. I love seeing certain guys out there.
yeah,
So
I'm a Laker to
you're a
my core.
Lakers fan? Oh
Yes,
wow.
my whole life. My whole life.
Okay.
My favorite all time players, Magic Johnson.
Mhm.
Um, I'm of course Kobe is up there. That's my guy.
Yeah.
But the GOAT is Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
That is the go, and it's the only go. I actually won't be at the Browns game. I was gonna go. My sister's coming to town, and she's leaving that day. So, I thought it would be rude if
Abruptly left.
I left if I left the before her and went to. I was gonna bring her. And then I started looking at how much everything costs, and I was like, "Girl, it's not worth you spending all this money to see a team you don't even care about." So
Right.
maybe things will change, but as of right now, I know I say that all the time, but as of right now, I'm not going to Cleveland. I mean, I'm not going to the Cleveland game. So sorry, I will be at the Wizards game that night.
So you gonna be
I had to pick, right? Like
yeah.
Wizards or Steelers, Wizards or Steelers. So hopefully, and look, every time there's been a Wizards game after a Steelers game, we've won. So
Say
I want to mess
KD.
it up.
KD, my guy. We from the
I
same. We
love
from the
Katie.
same. We from the same neighborhoods, stuff like that. That's my guy.
Mhm.
So
I
always got
don't hate
love for
the Lakers.
KD.
I don't hate the Lakers. I never was a huge Kobe fan.
That's my
I never
dude.
was a huge LeBron fan. Don't get me wrong. I respect everything about it. I don't have a Kobe jersey, had an Allen Iverson jersey, Michael Jordan. I felt like Kobe was too like Mike for me. I was just like,
That's how
you
my
trying to be
best
like
friend.
him? Like it's only one him, you
Yeah,
not him.
one
So
of my.
that's why I couldn't love on Kobe like that. I just
See, for
couldn't.
me, because me and Kobe the same age, so it felt like he my age, like, and all of us wanted to be Michael Jordan at the
Mhm.
time. It's just that he was living it. You know what I mean? So
I
I
was
always
like, I don't like that. Be yourself. Why you gotta stick your tongue out? Why you gotta do all these moves like Jordan? Like, ew, be yourself.
you don't remember commercial like Mike. If
I
I can
know,
be
but
like
like
Mike,
that's for the kids. Like you a grown man. Like be yourself. That's kind of where I was just like him. He's trying to be like Mike. It's only one of them. It's only one.
yeah,
But I respected Kobe, and not like I understand that there is a level. Even watching like Mike Tomlin talk about how when you reach a certain or to get to a certain level and be considered great or in that box where you just want to win, it's lonely. You are a lone wolf. You like people just don't align with you. And and you can see that in some people. Like you can see that. And I think Kobe was definitely one of those people. Michael Jordan
yeah,
was definitely one of those people. Like it's lonely at the top when you are so focused on what you got going on in your craft. There is almost nobody like you. Like now Tom Brady could probably relate. Like it's a little lonely. Like you spend a lot of times with your thoughts and in that box of trying to succeed that people just can't relate to. They just happy to be here. Like I'm just happy to be near the top. I don't care. But like no. I have to be here. I have to stay in this realm of success. Like I eat and think and breathe it. And
yeah.
that is not something everybody has. So I did take some significant gems away from listening to some of the things that I've heard Coach Tomlin say and see that in some of the superstars. They're different. They're definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true. That's very
I think
true.
it's going to be short, and here we are going on and on. But I do want everybody to have a great rest of the weekend. Thank you for coming on, Mitch. Thank you, everybody in the
No
comments. Thank
problem.
you, Jay. And let me put it on blast for everybody. Yes, Rich Auntie. That is, if you're gonna call me an auntie, make sure you don't forget the rich part. I feel like I'm on the cusp of big sis auntie status. I'm still very much big sis, but I'll take the rich auntie. I'll take the rich. You have to include the rich. Don't leave it out. And then because it don't work for me. But
Man,
anyway, thank
I'm
y'all.
aunt, grandfather. Oh, I'm everything.
Do
Back
all
at
of it, yeah. Like legally, though. Like legally, all those things.
You know what I'm saying? I'm already there, so it is what it
Yeah.
is.
Y'all, again, have a great one. Thank you for coming through. And I'll see you guys on Sunday right here. I'm going to be like Kai Sanat, whatever his name is, streaming.
See you.
Bye. Bye.